Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Bethany Brings Books. I am so glad to be here with y'all guys today, and I'm going to be sharing a quick library haul. I thought I was going to include this in another video, a reading wrap up that I did, but that video ended up being a little long, so I thought I'd just do a separate video and show y'all really quickly what I checked out from my library. I actually have been going to two different libraries. My aunt, her library is not far from here. Well, I call it her library because she's the manager there, and we just say her library, but she is at a library about 10 minutes from here that I grew up going to. I volunteered at when I was a teenager because I was thinking of going into the library field. And I loved that library growing up. Anyway, she works there, and so we go there a lot. We've been going there every maybe 2 weeks or so. And so I have a lot of books from there. Some of them, though, I have already actually talked about on here when I talked about what I was hoping to read this month. So I'm not going to show any books that I've gotten from there. But I've also been stopping at the library in the town where I work. I like to stop sometimes after I get off work. And I have stopped a couple times over the past few weeks. And so I have a big stack of books that I've gotten from there, and I just thought I'd share them with y'all and see what y'all think about them. So honestly, I'm one of those people, and I would love to know if y'all are like this. I'm one of those people that I would check out a huge stack of books and only read like one or two of them. As far as for me, like I'll check out a bunch for my kids and read a lot of them to them. But for me, I'll check out a bunch of books and I'm like, oh, I want to read this, I want to read this. And I won't get to all of them. I just like having them. I don't know why, but is that like, do y'all do that? I wonder, do y'all do that? Is that weird? Do y'all do that? I do it really bad. I'll check out this huge stack and not even read them and take them back, and then I'll go later on and check them out again. But anyway, so yeah, I like having stuff to choose from. There's just something so satisfying about having this stack of library books that I can choose from, even though, as y'all can see, I really have enough books to choose from. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go into this pretty quickly. I picked up a couple of these books. I did not know that there were Perry Mason books. I have recently started watching Perry Mason more and more. Sometimes I just get in the mood for like an old black and white mystery show, and I'll watch it sometimes. And I actually checked this one out like last year, sometime maybe a year before, and I never really got into it. I think maybe I tried a couple pages. So I don't know if I'll read these. I checked out two of them, the first and the second one. The Case of the Velvet Claws, The Case of the Sulky Girl. Will I read these? I don't know. But hey, if I get in the mood for a mystery set in the 1950s, then maybe I will. Yeah, they sound interesting, and they're by Earl Stanley Gardner. And I think these were like reissued. They had been out of print for a long time, and they've been reissued. So yeah, I never saw these until I saw them at this local library, and that was the first time I had ever seen them. So I have checked these out. Like I said, I don't know if I'll read them or not, but we'll see. Let me know if y'all have read any of these. If you've ever seen these, I would love to know what y'all think. Then I saw this Sarah Plain and Tall by Patricia McLaughlin. And I was like, you know what? I don't have a copy of this. And I was actually recently thinking about the movie series that Hallmark made. And I really want to watch that series again. It's been years since I watched it. And I watched it like as a teenager, and I loved it so much. And this is actually really short. I did not realize it was that short. And it won the Newbery Award. So I'm like, you know what? That would be an easy read, and I want to read it, and I would love to watch it again. Have y'all watched it? Because I feel like I don't hear much about it, you know? But it was when Hallmark made the Hallmark Hall of Fame movies. Some of them were so good and really well done, and I feel like this series was one. They did like the trilogy, and I want to go back and watch it. Like, I really do. So let me know if y'all have watched it. But hopefully I can get to that one. I saw this, Calm Your Mind with Food, A Revolutionary Guide to Controlling Your Anxiety. This is something that I'm interested in just because I know from personal experience, I've found that food has such a negative or positive impact on my own mental health, my own health. When I'm eating bad, I can tell. When I'm eating better, I can tell. It definitely has just a huge impact. And so I thought, you know what, this would be interesting to read. I'm really bad for checking out books like this, nonfiction books like this, and never reading them. I'm hoping I'll get to this one. I honestly doubt it, but I hope so, because this is an area that I really want to do better in. I've let myself lapse a little bit more into eating foods that I shouldn't. I have autoimmune thyroid issues, and I really should be on an autoimmune, like a thyroid diet. I've tried over the past year to really eliminate a lot of processed foods. Like I said, the past few weeks I've kind of gotten into, past few months really, I've been eating more than I should, and but I really want to go towards a whole natural food diet. I know just from even a biblical perspective, I look back and I'm like, you know what, God, that's what God gave us to eat. These whole natural foods, plants, vegetables, meat, just not all this processed junk. And I know it's so bad for our health. It's so bad. So yeah, anyway. Then I checked out The Sons of Blackburn Mountain by Joanne Bischoff. I've checked this out before, didn't read it. I really want to read it. I don't know if I'll get to it this time, but I was like, hey, I'm going to check it out, and maybe I will. I've heard so many good things about this book. This author is like one of my favorites. I've only read one book by her, but it was phenomenal. One of my favorite books last year. I've talked about it quite a bit on here. At least I feel like I have. Maybe I've just talked about it a lot on my Instagram. But, oh, I can't think. The Lady and the Lion Heart. That book was phenomenal. One of the best Christian fiction books I've ever read. I love Joanne Bischoff's writing style. Just from that book, I realized immediately that I loved her writing style. And I've heard that this book is great. I have a feeling that Joanne Bischoff can't write a bad book. I just feel like that. So this is a duology, I believe, and I am interested to read this. Then I checked out this, How to ADHD, An Insider's Guide to Working with Your Brain. This looks very interesting to me. It feels like it would be an easy read. I don't know why, just the way it's laid out. I feel like as I've learned more about ADHD, that I definitely have a lot of ADHD tendencies. Not the hyperactivity, but the attention issues. I feel like mine have also gotten worse, probably just from the trauma that I went through, a lot of the stress that I've been under. But I do feel like I see a lot of these tendencies in myself. And it's just something, obviously, that, some of us deal with. And I feel like it's something that I do deal with. I definitely, it's not something that I would like to take medication for or anything like that. But I would love to learn other ways to cope with it, because some of the tendencies and things that I deal with, I get so frustrated with myself because of and I feel like it's coming from the ADD tendencies, the struggle with attention. So I thought I would love to read more about it and learn just coping skills. I also saw a new book. A lot of these are new books. That's how a lot of times I'll see new books and pick them up. I Survived the American Revolution, the graphic novel. I love these graphic novels. I just love them so much. So I am looking forward to reading this, because I think I've read the regular book, the non-graphic novel version, and I love reading the graphic novel versions too. So I'm looking forward to that. This is another book that I just saw and picked up. It's called The Cowboy's Convenient Marriage. It sounds a little cheesy, but hey, we're here for it. Like Amanda says, we're here for it. This is by Jessie Gussman. I did look it up, and I think it's like an independently published Christian author. It's like about a marriage of convenience, somebody ranch out west style story, I guess. It's not very thick. The reviews sounded pretty good, so I picked it up just in case, if I'm in the mood. It looks like it'd be a quick read. This is another book that, actually this book I purely picked up because of the author, Richard Armitage. I don't really know much content-wise what this will be. It's classified as a thriller. Richard Armitage is an actor. He played on North and South, as I have been talking about that so much lately. The amazing TV, BBC series. And when I saw that he wrote this, I was like, okay, I want to check that out. It's called Geneva, and like I said, it is a thriller. It says it's about a Nobel Prize-winning scientist, Sarah Collier. She's taken a step back from work to spend more time with her family. Her father is dealing with Alzheimer's and needs special care. She has begun to show signs of the disease as well. Her husband, a neuroscientist, is doing his best to be supportive, but she already knows that she will have to be the strong one for all of them. And then I think it's something also to do with, like, they go to a biotech conference and there's some things going on. Thriller. It's a thriller, so yeah. I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. I might read it. Who knows? The last three are this one, How Not to Kill Your Houseplant. I picked this up because I have a lot of houseplants, and there's some of them that are a lot more finicky than others. I have tried, as I've accumulated more houseplants, to gravitate towards some that I've figured out are easier to care for. There's some I've bought in the past that are finicky that I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna buy any more of those until I feel more confident in taking care of them. But I do have a lot of houseplants. I probably have close to 30. And there's a few that have been gifted me recently that I was like, I want to read more about them to figure out, you know, their care and stuff. So anyway, this is just really cute. I actually would love to have my own copy of this. I was looking through it last night, reading some tips on some of the houseplants that I have, but it's really good. I actually really like this. I may end up buying my own copy someday. And then I picked up these two books. This is a book on roses and a book about plants. As it's starting to head towards spring, I am thinking about planting a few things. There's like a little area over beside my carport where I park my car that I was thinking about planting something. It's kind of shady, so I was like wondering what I could plant there. And then also I would just love to plant some more roses. Lindsay from BFCG, she has a page on Instagram where she talks about, like, she shows her flowers and stuff, and she has so many pretty roses. She's just inspiring me. Whenever I was a teenager, I got into this rose kick. Like, I wanted to buy a bunch of roses and plant roses and grow roses, and so I like checked out books from the library and read about roses and stuff, and I even bought a few plants. But I don't have any more roses right now. Like, since I've moved and stuff, well, I might have a rose bush out there. I don't remember. I had one in a pot that I brought when I moved with me, but I don't know if it's still alive or not, y'all. That's bad. But I just haven't had time to take care of it, so I don't know. But anyway, I just love looking at all the pictures of all the different roses. And Lindsay's page, y'all, I'll try to link it on here, but she's into gardening, and I just love looking at her stuff. Gardening is so therapeutic, and I love looking at all her roses. So anyway, guys, that's my library haul. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what y'all think about these books. If y'all have read any of them, what are your thoughts? Yeah, I would love to know. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.